Hello, my name is Grace Monet. I'm an author. I have a demonstration using ping pong balls, and it is called Ping Pong Demo for Troubled Teens. This represents a teenager's brain. There are 144 white ping pong balls in there. I have 4 basic ideas with 4 little sub-ideas. Each of the big has a color. So the idea is to get them in here, mix them up, and show that you can't really see very much of it in all the white. So the first color is purple. If you can't see it, how can you know? Teens physically cannot process significant emotional loss, life-changing, death, divorce, moving away. Adults grieve right away. Teens have to wait until after adolescence, and that goes against everything anyone expects. What looks like grief in a teen is probably just normal teenage behavior. The drama, all the sleeping, talking to friends on the phone, separating, it's not grief. It's being a teenager. And if adults don't know what to say to each other when something happens, teenagers definitely don't know what to say to each other or know how to help each other. And if you say teenagers take things literally, like be brave and strong. Well, an adult knows what that means, but to a teenager, that stays in the memory and means to them that you have to be stoic, don't show emotion, don't ask for help, don't talk about it. That's not good. You can't see much either direction. Blue, what the teenager needs. The teenager needs to be told and convinced that whatever happened is not his or her fault. That doesn't sound like it should be necessary, but it is. A teenager needs a specific explanation and to be convinced that whatever the situation was cannot be changed or fixed. That is needed because there's an automatic, immediate, unconscious reaction and belief that it can be fixed. That's from childhood magical thinking. So the intellect has to be convinced enough to convince the heart that it can't be done. The teenager needs to feel comfortable to ask questions when needed. And the teen needs the family to go into counseling soonest. The situation just throws everything off for everyone. It's very difficult, and a few weeks of counseling would help the whole family together learn about the best ways to work with each other and live through it. I just see white. Yellow. The family needs to communicate and work with each other. The teen needs to see and experience the whole family fix a family situation. Not the big one, but one that can be solved. That should fulfill that strong need to fix a situation. The teenager needs emotional boundaries between the parent's grief and their own feelings. Like a divorce, the divorce is an adult issue. The grown-ups deal with that. The teenager's feelings are separate. And the teen needs to know and be told that he or she is not responsible for taking care of the parent's grief. That's a grown-up issue. As much as possible, the teenager needs to have a normal high school experience. Try different things, try music, try art, try sports, the band, whatever. Make new friends. Feel accepted. Genuine self-esteem comes from achieving. They don't have to be big achievements, but real achievements. And unfortunately, the really severe reactions happen years later. So it's very good for the teenager to have some good experiences, so they'll have good memories for later on. And the teenager needs to learn reasonable expectations for life's ups and downs. Life might have been just perfect before whatever the event was, and that is a big event. And it's easy to assume that all future events are going to be that big. So it needs to be explained that life does have its ups and downs. They don't particularly last that long, and they most likely are not big. Yep. Is the color mixing in there very much? If you can't see it, how do you know? And red. If nothing is done, expect the worst. The teenager will be angry about the loss, automatically feel responsible, and take it out by self-destructive behavior. The teenager probably will not know why the anger is felt. And the self-destructive behavior can be smoking, it can be drinking, drugs, whatever. The changed family communications will alter the way the individuals interact with each other. That lack of communication, the special stress, worrying about the parent, all this preoccupation interrupts learning at school, learning social skills, and learning life skills. If nothing is done, the teenager will start to assume that a surviving parent is a weak person, and the teen will start to think, I'll have to do things myself. The teen will attempt to fix situations beyond their knowledge and abilities. And I'll tell you, that really guarantees that they're going to fail. If the teen does not see a positive change in the home situation, that bothersome, persistent, unconscious need to fix will become entrenched. If the teen can't fix things at home, the grown-up person will later invariably be attracted to people and situations that are already broken and need to be fixed. This is basically what codependence is. It is just as strong a condition as anything else. Personal observations from my own experience. When nothing is done, the teenager starts to feel anxious about the future, when things can be better. Don't know when that is, but it's there. As more time goes by, months, years, the teen gets the unconscious message that it's okay to endure a bad situation for about the same time that the teenagers waited. There's no need to measure it. The unconscious knows. The bad situation can include a bad relationship or marriage, domestic violence, the wrong job, an alcohol or drug gambling habit, any of those situations that require the 12-step program to control or stop. It could be worse, and the person could end up in prison. Here are a few book titles that explain what happens when nothing is done. Adult Children of Alcoholics by Janet Wotitz. Women Who Love Too Much by Robin Norwood. Codependent No More by Melody Beatty. All three of those were very helpful to me. I've written a couple of books that I think are helpful. The first one is Mama's in Heaven, But You Can Manage. And the last is one written for 10 years down the road, Teen Grief's Delayed Reactions, Little Gracie's Experience. I'm Little Gracie. And I'm Grace Monet. You might want to get some ping-pong balls of your own and work and get some of that frustration out. Take care of yourselves and have a good life. Thank you.